Open your door. Open your door
you
now.
You can call your sergeant. You can get out of my car. No, excuse me, sir. No, stop. What are you doing?
309, can I got one resisting?
No, I'm not resisting.
Open the door.
No, excuse me, sir. You cannot get inside of my vehicle.
Open the door right now. Open the door, you're under arrest. You're under arrest. I told you.
I'm not.
On January 16th, 2025, Officer Gray of the Barryville Police Department stopped a vehicle in Carroll County, Arkansas for non-functioning taillights. An encounter that escalated into DWI arrest, physical resistance, and a multi-charge booking with a minor child present.
Hello, I'm Officer Gray with the Barryville Police Department. The reason I'm stopping you is you don't have any taillights.
What?
Yeah, your taillights aren't on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Do you have your driver's license with you?
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Wrestling match.
Okay. No alcohol tonight?
Nope.
Okay, any reason I could be getting an odor? Any reason I'd be getting an odor of alcohol?
No.
Have you guys spilled alcohol in here before or anything like that?
No.
Have you had nothing to drink?
No. There was some hand sanitizer.
Okay. No. All right. You got insurance on the vehicle?
Yeah. Want registration?
Yeah, that'll work. I'll let you get that insurance. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Oh, here's another one.
Got the registration?
Yeah, I don't know which one is like.
This one's expired.
Is it? It's the old one?
Yeah. What's that can by your left foot over there?
My husband was driving earlier. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying that might be the smell he was getting, if that's alcohol. I can't tell what it is from here, so.
My husband got home from work and I jumped in the truck to go to the wrestling. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, if he can't look up the insurance, like...
He'll be able to.
Okay, like
but you still, with your tag, it should run the insurance. But you, per Arkansas state law, you're still supposed to have a physical copy in your vehicle. It's not a huge deal right now, as long as it comes back confirmed, but...
Like, I mean, we have insurance,
Then you should be fine, but yeah, just try to have one in the vehicle. Or try to tell your husband to carry one in the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, just... Your insurance company could send you one. You can have it on your phone as well, so you can have it on your email, picture or something. Just, you gotta have it somewhere on your person or vehicle.
Did you find that insurance?
I can call my husband and have him message.
Who's your insurance though?
I have no idea. Like,
you don't know? Okay. Do you mind doing a couple exercises for me? A couple tests on your eyes, just to make sure you're okay?
No, like, I have astigmatism.
Okay. Would you mind giving me a breath sample?
No.
Okay, go ahead and step out of the vehicle.
You want the insurance?
Nope, that's okay. We'll deal with that in a second. Go ahead and put your shoes on and step out of the vehicle for me. Back here with me. So you said you've had no alcohol whatsoever?
Nope.
None? Okay. Go ahead and step back here. Is there any reason that you wouldn't want to give me a breath sample?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, go ahead and step back here. So stand in the front of my unit, right there. I'm going to turn my forward-facing lights off, okay? It's kind of odd that you don't want to give me a breath sample.
It's not really odd.
That's usually not something that people that haven't been drinking will do.
No.
So have you had anything at all? No alcohol?
No.
Okay. So do you mind doing some field sobriety for me?
Sure.
Under Ren v. United States 1996, any equipment violation provides sufficient reasonable suspicion for a lawful stop. Detection of alcohol odor plus field sobriety clues lawfully extended the stop into a criminal DWI investigation. The subject disclosed astigmatism and phentermine use, a Schedule OV stimulant, causing pupil dilation and coordination impairment. Mitigating factors the officer must document, but not grounds to terminate a lawful sobriety investigation.
Okay, so if I would have you stand right here, facing me. So this first test I need you to do, stand feet together, hands down to your side, okay? You said you had astigmatism in your eye?
Yeah.
Okay, which eye?
Driver's side.
Driver's side eye? So your right eye?
Yeah.
So this eye right here?
No, like, yeah, my left. Driver's
so
side.
do you have anything in the other eye?
No.
Okay. Do you have contacts in?
No.
Okay.
I don't have my glasses on.
So
but,
that's okay. With your eyes and your eyes only, what I need you to do is I need you to follow the tip of my finger, okay? Remain in that position, okay? Don't move and deviate from that position. Keep your head straight and forward. With your eyes and your eyes only, follow the tip of my finger. You see the tip of my finger?
Yep.
Okay. You understand the test?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any reason your pupils should be dilated?
I'm on medicine that could do that.
What kind of medicine?
It's called phenamine.
Phenamine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weight loss?
Are you supposed to be taking that while you're driving?
Probably not, but...
So, for this next test, what I need you to do is Stand right here for me. So I need you to stand right foot in front of the left,
Okay.
heel to toe, hands down at your side, okay? That's the starting position. I need you to get in that position and remain in that position until I'm done instructing, okay?
Okay.
So again, right foot in front of the left, hands down at your side, okay? Remain in this position until I tell you to begin the test. Don't deviate from this position until I'm done instructing.
Okay.
I need you to imagine a straight line coming from your forward foot out. On that line, I need you to take 9 consecutive heel-to-toe steps. Once you get to 9, I need you to leave that forward foot on the ground and take a series of small steps, pivoting on that forward foot. So this is the starting position. Don't deviate from this position until I tell you to start, okay?
Okay.
So again, right foot in front of the left, hands down at your side. Take 9 consecutive heel-to-toe steps down. 1, 2, 3. I took 9, or I took 3. You're going to take 9. Leave that forward foot on the ground. Pivot, like so. Take 9 consecutive heel-to-toe steps back, okay?
Okay.
You understand the test?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be smart.
No, you're good. You may begin.
So 1.
Okay.
Now what?
That's good. That's the end of it. All right. So this next test, I need you to stand feet together, hands under your side. I got to run you through all of them, okay? So I need you to pick a leg. It doesn't matter which leg. Raise it 6 inches above the ground. Point your toe. Look at your foot. Count out loud until I tell you to stop, okay? So again, I'll demonstrate. Doesn't matter which leg. Raise it at 6 inches above the ground. Keep your hands down at your side. Point your toe. Counting out loud. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, and so on and so forth until I tell you to stop, okay?
Can I
So
bend my
again,
knee?
no. Keep your legs straight.
Okay.
6 inches above the ground. Keep your hands down at your side. Look down at your foot. Point your toe. Count out loud until I tell you to stop, okay?
Okay.
Do you understand the test?
Yes.
All right. You may begin. Did not
Am I supposed to count? I'm sorry. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000,
Put your foot down.
8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000,
Okay.
15, 1,000.
That's good.
Good?
So I am seeing some signs of impairment. If you haven't had any alcohol at all, it would help my investigation for you to give me a breath sample.
No.
And that's what I'm asking right now. So,
I don't want to.
So you haven't had any alcohol at all?
Okay, so I'm a veteran. I don't do searches. I don't do breath samples. I don't
Well-
do. No, it's not that I'm like
Well,
against
it's not
it.
admissible in court. What
No,
it is,
I don't care. Like,
right
I'm not gonna
right
do
now,
it.
I gotta go off of what I'm seeing from you.
I'm cold and it's freaking what, like 8 o'clock. I've been up since like 5:30 this morning. Like, come on.
All right, you can have a seat back in your vehicle.
Thank you.
Husband sent daughter a picture of insurance.
Can you smell anything from her? Like I'm getting an odor.
There's a open can of Coors Light on by her door.
Is there really? Where at?
Or it looks like Coors Light. Could be a
Right here? The open container of alcohol.
That's fine. It wasn't.
Come on.
Ow, stop. Okay.
Go.
Okay. Be easy, please. Like,
Are you getting resisting?
I don't even have pockets.
Okay.
I didn't get a resisting. You're trying to like open my
I can
door.
ask anybody out the vehicle I can, or I want to.
No,
okay?
you didn't ask me out the vehicle.
I told
asked-
you to get out several times.
No, you didn't.
I told
asked
you to
me
open the door. Okay.
That
Now you're going to
opening
jail.
the door-
Now you're going to jail.
your camera.
Thank you. Still cold to the touch. So I think it's going to be DWI as well. I'm going to do. I did field sobriety and everything. I got nystagmus in both eyes.
Pennsylvania v. Mimms, 1977, is unambiguous. Once a vehicle is lawfully stopped, the driver must exit on command. No additional justification is required. No exceptions apply. Refusal is not an assertion of rights. It is a criminal offense. The subject conflated two distinct Fourth Amendment doctrines. Withholding consent applies to searches. It does not govern a lawful order to exit under Mimms. These are separate legal principles. The confusion cost her significantly. The open Coors Light container observed in plain view near the driver's door is the evidentiary pivot of this case. Under Horton v. California, 1990, officers lawfully present may seize any item whose incriminating nature is immediately apparent without a warrant. This single observation established independent probable cause for arrest. When the subject locked her door and physically blocked extraction, she transitioned from passive noncompliance to active resistance under Arkansas Code Section 554-103. Under Graham v. Connor, 1989, force used to effect the arrest was proportional to her active resistance and constitutionally sound. Arkansas Code Section 527-203 adds a fifth charge dimension. Operating a vehicle while impaired with a minor passenger may constitute endangering the welfare of a child, a felony-level exposure independent of the DW and resisting counts.
To effectuate an arrest.
Yeah, I kept asking her about that can, and she kept saying it was her husband's, and she just jumped in the truck and all this. But
County out with them.
Okay. Right here is where it was. Go ahead and shine a light here. Cold to the touch. I knew I smelled it. I was like, I smell it. You towing the vehicle? Yeah, I'm towing it. What's that, man? I'm towing it, yeah. Okay. Yep, several more back here. Okay.
Does she have a parent coming for her, or what's going on?
Is that coming?
That's fine. She can sit with me. I'm gonna move my unit up here, and
I'll move mine.
okay.
I'll move mine. We can use the spotlight to inventory.
Well, I'm gonna move mine so she can sit with me. Are you alright? What happened? What happened?
Well, we smelled alcohol. She wouldn't comply. Said it wasn't hers. We did sobriety, saw some clues. She wouldn't admit to a
Here's your backpack.
breath sample. She was resisting arrest. Wouldn't get out of the car.
Okay.
And there's two open containers. Report them out.
That's daughter. Minor.
Transporting her somewhere?
Dad's coming. And I'm just sitting her in the car. That way they can do inventory. Zach's gonna leave and go to Green Forest. Here, I'll shut this door for you, okay? That way you can stay warm, alright? You got everything out of there? Hi.
Hi.
The officer that arrested her is not here. He's currently going to jail with her. As far as I know, there's inventory in the vehicle and it's being towed. That's all the information I have. I showed it back for the fact.
Okay.
But we just know she was in the vehicle, and I just let her sit in my car
So
because it was fun.
she's going to the police station?
She's going to Carroll County Jail.
Okay.
I don't know any specifics. I showed it back for the fact. This is my sergeant, Sergeant Cuddy Boren, if you have any questions for him.
Huh?
What do you need to know?
I'm just here to give what's going on.
She's being arrested probably for DWI, resisting arrest, open container, possible endanger the welfare of a minor.
So what do I need to do? See her?
You
Or
probably wait for a phone call from her, probably is what you'll do.
okay.
And he's going to transport her to the detention center. She'll be booked in and she'll be given the opportunity to make contact with you.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Hope your night gets better.
Officer Gray, B+. Stop, investigation, and arrest each legally grounded. Deduction. Permitting the subject to re-enter a locked vehicle without backup confirmed on scene created a preventable tactical exposure. The subject, F breath test refusal, was constitutionally protected, her only legally sound decision. Every subsequent choice added charges without legal benefit. The Fourth Amendment does not authorize what she attempted. Sergeant Bourne, A-. Scene management was professional. Minors' welfare was immediately prioritized. Deduction. Supervisory oversight was absent during the highest risk phase. Key takeaway 1. Consent refusal and Mimms compliance are separate doctrines. Refusing a search is a right. Refusing to exit a stopped vehicle is a crime. Conflating them does not create a legal defense, it creates additional charges. Key takeaway 2. One item in plain view changes everything. Probable cause derived from plain view is not suppressed because the driver withheld consent to a search. Evidence obtained under lawful arrest stands independently. Key takeaway 3. The roadside is not the venue to litigate a stop. Physical resistance adds charges, justifies force, and eliminates the suppression leverage that would otherwise exist in court. The legal remedy for an unlawful stop is a motion to suppress, not a locked door. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like discussed in the comments below. Thank you for watching.